What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Cocktails, Tangents, and Answers. I'm Zach. If you've seen our socials lately, you've probably seen quite a lot of me. I've been doing a lot of videos. But today I'm hosting our team spotlights, and we're pulling one of our amazing leaders in, Jesse. What's up, Jesse?
Hey Zach, how's it going?
Good, good. Jesse is our VP and CCO at Antidote 71, and his go-to drink is a bourbon neat or a local craft beer. So Jesse, why did you choose that as your go-to drink?
Oh man, I always like trying local stuff. So if there's a beer on tap from any place around where I'm at, that's always my go-to. Otherwise, if I'm feeling fancy, a bourbon neat is always really good too. So,
That's a good choice. So let's get into the first question. Tell us who you are, Jesse, and what you do at Antidote 71, and how long you've been with the team.
all right. Well, I started way back in 2015. I was actually an intern. So I started, I think it was the spring semester of my senior year. Started interning and was just doing a lot of the day-to-day graphic design stuff. Almost production art at that point. We were taking a lot of resizing ads and like stuff like that, but it was in college, I think that was always kind of my dream job. After I realized like what graphic design was, working at an agency just sounded really cool. So I was basically living the dream, as far as my college self goes. Just resizing ads and being part of the team. It was really fun. So I liked the atmosphere and stuff. And after graduation, just kind of stuck around. I did freelancing, basically I'm a contractor, but I was there every day, and just kind of stuck around. I like to joke with Rich that I just never left, and they didn't ask any questions, and then they eventually hired me. So I stuck around, and yeah, I like to tell like students and things like when you're in an internship, just make yourself super valuable like that, and good things will happen. But that's kind of the background, and now worked my way up, I guess, into a leadership position and kind of like overseeing the creative in the agency. So spread out away from just graphic design, and now kind of supervise the writing side and video and content,
Yep.
but
A little
also
bit of everything.
still have a good grasp on the creative and get some of that day-to-day creative work in and kind of scratch that itch, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you've definitely been here the longest out of any of the team members, right? Has it been, what, 10 years yet, or is it 9 years?
It will be 10 officially this May, so we're
Oh,
we're coming
wow.
up on 10.
Wow, that's crazy. So you said that graphic design was kind of your dream job. Going into like college, did you fully expect to be some kind of artist or graphic designer, or where were you at with that? Because you said in your senior year you like could see yourself getting into the advertising industry, but
Yeah.
did you have any like direction before that, or is this kind of always something that you've wanted to do?
I so growing up, I was always like really interested in art. I would just draw all the time in school. That's all I did. I didn't know really any of the career paths, what I would do with it, but I knew I wanted to do something with it. And then I took a visit to Morningside and I met John Colbo.
Oh yeah.
And just in the visit day, it was like an hour and a half conversation in his like super cluttered office in Epley, if anybody is familiar. And he really opened my eyes to like what graphic design was because I really had like a bare bones kind of expectation of what it was. And he, after listening to him kind of talk and like ask questions, kind of pick his brain for like an hour, I was like, oh yeah, this sounds really cool. I could see myself doing this. So eventually, ended up going to Morningside, took a lot of his classes. He actually took us to a bunch of like meet the pros
Hmm.
things. So like down in Omaha that really just kick started like it got me thinking like what I could do and got me really excited about graphic design and just like working at an agency. It sounded really fun. So I credit him with a lot of that um with a lot of that journey and kind of giving me a little bit of direction for sure.
He was an awesome guy. Me and Riley had him as a professor too. We were one of his last classes, so
Oh yeah.
it's really cool to hear that you had a good experience with him. So did anything Actually, what's your favorite task to do at work and why?
Favorite task? Oh man. Um, I I really like concept reviews, like, even before we get to the client ones, like, those are obviously really fun because we get to show what we've been working on and what they're paying for and, some of that, but I really like the internal ones, whether it's me and Megan going over logos or websites or, like, with you and the content plan or just anything where we get to review kind of internally so without the like expectations or kind of presentation I'll say with clients like a lot of that stuff it doesn't come into effect in those meetings and we're really just talking it out amongst like peers
Mhm.
and talking about our process talking about what we ran into some of the struggles and how we worked through those and like our solutions to those problems. I think those are the most fun.
Yeah, I agree. Some of the brainstorming stuff that we've done in the past has been really fun, just pulling
Yeah.
everyone's ideas together.
It gets really collaborative too. So especially now that we're all remotely, you can get in kind of a silo. And even when we were in the office, it was kind of like that. But in those, it's the first time where you get to kind of share your ideas with
Mhm.
somebody else. So you really get to vet them pretty good. Like, okay, does this make sense outside my head? If I'm sharing it with somebody else and seeing if they kinda get it, so it's a good, kinda test if you're on the right track with a kinda creative solution.
Yeah, 100%. That's awesome. Do you have a project that you've worked on here that you're really proud of or just had fun doing?
Oh, I think all of them are fun, to not pick favorites and, be on the fence, but I think, selfishly, our kinda soft rebrand a while ago was really fun because we got to do that without, any restrictions basically, like, it was completely up in the air, and so we had a lot of fun with that internally. For a client thing, I thought the Lamb, rebrand and website
That
that
was a
followed
really
was
fun
really
one.
fun, uh, because they gave us a lot of freedom on that too. We and it kind of affected the whole community. It was like a community project, which is really fun. And then the website that followed. So we really got to kind of establish that brand um, from back to like square one. So that was a really fun one that I'm pretty proud of.
Yeah, that one looked awesome. I love that one. That's one of my favorites that I've seen too. All right, so now we're gonna do a little bit of a what if question. If you could create a website or logo for any company in the world, but honestly, it's if you could do any kind of design work or website work for any company in the world, who would it be and why?
Oh, that's a good question. If I could do any project for anybody, um, oh, it feels good to be able to admit this without shame, but I'm a Bears fan. So I haven't been able to say that like out in public for a long time, but obviously being a sports fan like my whole life, I've got a soft spot for the Bears. So and I see some of the stuff that those teams are putting out, which is really cool. They're so like any NFL team, and you're familiar has some really good social presence and their graphics are really cool, but I think a lot of their websites are kinda, like, templated and kinda dictated by the NFL.
Yeah,
I think they have a few, like, different kind of arrangements that they can kinda pick from and populate their colors and stuff, so getting, free reign to do something like that would be really fun. Kind of a pipe dream, but it would be fun.
that would be awesome. That was a good game, by the way. I don't know if I forgot to tell you, but that was
Was.
an awesome game to see. I'm sure they'll do good next year.
I hope so. It's good to I think it was John Madden a long time ago said that the NFL is better when the Bears are good, and selfishly, I'm a little biased, but I agree.
100%. It was awesome just watching those games with the atmosphere and everything. Like, oh, it
Mhm.
was so cool.
It's crazy.
But now we're gonna ask some fun questions. So, one of the questions that we ask almost everybody on here is, "What is your most unpopular food opinion?" So, for example, for me, I hate ranch. So, like, if you have an unpopular food opinion like that, that's always good. But if you can't
Okay,
think of anything, too, we can move on to other questions. But yeah, that's
okay.
my example, and people always give me some like hate on that one. So, I'm interested to see if you have any.
Alright, yeah, my son would fight you on that, for sure. I might give 2, and I don't even know if they're that unpopular, but I don't think any food is really bad. So I don't think that there's, like, a bad food. There's stuff that people don't like, obviously, and that's super subjective, but I think, uh, that's just kind of a little pet peeve, like, "Oh, this is terrible." Like, "Oh, it's not. You just don't like it."
See,
Um,
my caveat is I'll try anything once.
yes.
So that way
Yeah,
I can see if I like it or not, because I'm not gonna hate something I've never tried. And
exactly.
sometimes, like with ranch, I've given it maybe like 5 or 10 tries and I still don't like it, but
Yep.
I'll keep trying.
And kind of my second one, and it's exactly that. It's like I really think you should try everything.
Yeah,
Um, and a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, but some people some people just like doing their own like little thing and they eat the same thing every time. But I like trying different stuff. So and I know you do too. You're all over the
100%.
place and adventurous with food and drinks and stuff. So that's always really fun. Especially if you go somewhere, I think you should really try to um,
Venture out a little bit.
venture out and do some of, like, the local cuisine and, like, some of those staples. I think that's a really fun part about food especially.
100%. Yeah, don't go to Europe and order chicken tenders or something.
Yeah, don't find a McDonald's, if you're anywhere and just eat, like, a Big Mac, so
100% agree. All right, so the last ones we'll do are just some quick questions that we'll just blow through. Favorite snack?
oh, man, when we were in the office, I got so hooked on Sour Patch Kids that
Oh,
it became dangerous. So during Halloween, like, I would that night, I always steal all the kids' Sour Patch Kids, and
they
those are
don't
kind
need
of
it
my
all.
guilty snack.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love Sour Patch Kids too. What's the last show you binge watched?
Ooh, we just got done watching, His and Hers on
Oh,
Netflix. It's like a limited series, kind of like a murder mystery type thing, and that was so good. We stayed up way too late the last night, like, I think we watched the last 3 episodes after the kids went to bed, and before the last one, we're like, "We can't let it hang like that. We've gotta watch the finale."
we gotta
So,
power
that
through
was
and
the last one.
finish.
It was good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen ads for that. I might have to give that a
Mhm.
watch. All right, last question. Interesting hobby. Do you have any interesting hobbies or hobbies that you want to share?
Yeah, kinda going along with the bourbon and beer thing, I'm really into cigars.
Oh, nice.
It's hard to do this time of year because it's kind of an outdoor hobby, which is partly why I like it so much. It gets you outside for an extended period of time. But it's a really nice way to kinda relax and just kinda slow down, especially in the fast-paced world of everything, to just kinda shut off and sit there and relax and have a cigar at the end of the night and just slow down. It's really relaxing.
Yeah, really good with bourbon too.
It is, it is.
Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you for being here, Jesse. I really appreciate it. It was awesome to hear more about you. Thank you guys for listening in. If you want to get in contact with us, head to ctapodcast.live to send us a question or leave us a voicemail at 402-718-9971. See you guys next week.